What's up, Jabroni? Steven here. Welcome back to yet another reaction. Today we are hopping into Scrubs, episode number 3 of season number 2, titled My Case Study. Hopefully you've been enjoying the series. If you have, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, head over to Patreon. Full, uncut, unedited reaction episodes extra early over there. If you want them, if you don't want them, that's cool. Episodes here whenever they show up. So last episode essentially was about the night, right? It was called the Nightingale episode, where we essentially, the crew was in the hospital for the first time alone, or they thought they were alone. They essentially had their Nightingale. They had their own guardian angel looking out for them named Carla. And at the end, she nobody knew she was doing that, and that's the reason she was there. I like that episode. This season hasn't been as good so far. I mean, the first 2 episodes haven't really knocked it out of the park for me, like last season was. But hey, still got time. Getting our footing in, let's figure out where we're going. You guys know how I felt about, I hate in every show when we set the stakes really high and then we drop them right away. I'm like, come on guys, let's not do that. I watch professional wrestling and I hate it when it happens there. Like, we can't set stuff up and then be like, you know what, we're gonna abandon it. So literally the drama from last season at the end just kind of went away in this season, and I didn't like that. I thought that would have been a cool season to do stuff with it, and we didn't do anything with it. So, but it's a comedy, it's a sitcom, it is what it is. Just letting you guys know my opinion on it. So yeah, we're gonna hop in here, have a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, Patreon if you want. Pretty much, here we go. My case study, I'm guessing it's gonna be a study.
When you spend most of your time together as a part of a group, if you're left alone, it can get pretty awkward.
Oh,
there can be uncomfortable silence.
They've had moments where they talk.
That was my tummy. Oh.
Yeah, I mean.
Dr. Murphy, describe the presentation of Ludwig's angina.
You know, sir, my parents live in Reno.
Well, that's just great, sport. I'm sure you'll see them over Christmas.
What an asshole, dude.
There aren't many things that can make the chief of medicine move that fast.
With a perm.
Mom, please.
Damn.
Or the one in the corner who can't seem to stop daydreaming.
Oh my God, Jay. Oh my Jesus.
I'm sorry,
what?
Oh, great, another sycophant. Now on, he's my doctor. The rest of you can get the hell out of here.
Because he's direct.
Wait,
You're the son.
is that easy to manage?
I have a patient with blenarrhea, and I was wondering if you thought that was interesting enough to present to Dr. Kelso.
Gosh, I'm sorry, nervous guy, but I just can't do your work for you. But what do you say you head on down to the library and look it up in the New England Journal of Who Gives a Rat's Ass? You've got to leave this instant, this second, this moment, just...
Ray Charles.
Damn it. Anyway, you're incompetent.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You best to come.
Saved woman. Don't worry. Remember, tomorrow's his wedding anniversary.
They'll go home and... Oh, bam! Oh, bam!
I actually think it's really sweet that at their age they still...
Bam! 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 And it's bam!
Dr. Wynn points to me, and now guess who has to go ask Dr. Kelso for a new argon laser tomorrow?
Blenarrhea?
Doug, if I told you, you would not believe it.
And as you can see, the ass is on the front.
Nice.
Front butt. It's like the grail.
Oh, wow. I thought maybe it wasn't going to be the case. I thought maybe he was going to be upset. Anyway. Oh, look at him go. Oh my God, he just smacked the nurse's ass.
When I was a kid, I was really close with my maid. That's it.
With my maid?
So you
Holy
think that you
shit.
totally get my whole experience because you spent time with the Latina woman who cleaned your house? So yeah, I guess you're right. We have nothing in common because I only have things in common with nice people.
Oh,
so
you two realize I can still hear you, right?
Yeah, the curtains
Hi.
ain't soundproof.
Some are as simple as forgetting something you were supposed to ask for.
Dr. Kelso!
Oh, shit.
Gone?
Oh, hell, I'm impressed. Let's get some coffee.
This is great. There's only one problem. You see, 10 minutes ago,
What the hell? Go ahead and use me in your case report.
I could taste my own hypocrisy. God, hypocrisy missed me.
The reason I wanted you to stand in line for me is because I needed a new mop. The floors are all slippery because this one doesn't work. You know why it doesn't work?
It's out of mop gas?
Old.
Because it's so old, it won't soak up water. See?
Oh, that's
That
nasty.
filthy mop water.
It's nasty.
I decided I could have my cake and eat it too. Dr. Cox would never know.
What do you say there, Bridge Club? How you feeling? Really good girl. I'll wind up your car and take you out to a talkie.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I could do naughty things to that man.
Uncomfortable.
You're getting fake breasts?
Stripper big.
To hell with this. There's only one day to ask Kelso for stuff thing. Shoot, I'm getting that argon laser today.
It's over.
What a difference.
Oh no. Oh, dear Jesus. Dude, he just headbutted the shit out of that nurse.
I'm sorry. Did I pass out from the pain in my penis and suddenly we're not in America anymore? Crap.
What's this?
Is that your mop?
Yeah, I got that. I mean, why'd you get it from me?
Oh my God, he's holding back tears.
Hang on. Man, today could not get any worse.
If you were to change one thing about my physical appearance,
Trick.
what would it be?
Great question.
Testing me.
I just had to go for it.
Actually, if you just give me a second, I want to ask Mrs. Warner something.
What?
To marry me?
Come on, heel toe. What do you say, kid?
Oh no, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Go hang out with Cox.
Excuse me, Dr. Kelso. Can I have a minute of your time?
Oh, for God's sake, son, I have 2 more days in peace before my wife returns from fat camp. Look.
Fat camp?
I need an argon laser.
Hi, I'm Bob Kelso. Nice to meet you. Look, sport, if people think I'm only giving once a year, they'll only be asking me for things once a year.
Oh,
Get out
yeah,
of my eye,
smart
There's Tisdale
old,
wearing ankle socks today.
you're a smart old bastard.
How about I don't?
I mean,
So this-
if it's even the least bit human, all of a sudden I'm Dr. J. Is he in
This is what they're gonna
radiology?
have in common. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Their self-consciousness is what they have in common. Your butt.
That's your butt.
Thank you.
Wagon? Dragon.
I won! Thank you, Mrs. Warner! In your face! In your face! In your...
Shit.
Congratulations. You get to represent the Kelso Kennel Club at the big show in Reno.
You know, I don't care what you think.
Whoa.
I know. Look, I want to be like you. But a more successful you.
Holy
There's
shit.
nothing wrong with playing a game once in a while. Tell you what, 10 years from now when I'm your boss, I'll go ahead and throw in a good word for you and you won't even have to ask.
Damn. That was kind of fucked up, dude.
Well, what about your new mop?
I like my old one.
What the fuck?
Cried.
No, that was you.
All right. Well, that was episode number 3. Best episode of the season. I mean, we're only 3 episodes in, but I really like that episode. I'd give it like a really, really good, strong 8. Just based on the ending message and even the self-consciousness of Carla and Elliot, kind of how they came together. Like, I think that everybody has that, and it was cool to see that that's how they related to one another. But the JD Cox, man, they're like the best. Like I know a lot of people say, oh, when I first started doing this, everybody was like, oh man, JD and Turk have the best bromance. But man, I love like Dr. Cox and JD's interactions with one another. It's like, I mean, it's more father-son, but man, it's so good. Every time they get real with one another and dig into some real shit, like I'm just really into it. So yeah, I'd give this episode an 8. The ending is what elevated it. I was going towards a 7, but I thought the ending, the last like 5 minutes, was really good. I thought the comedy throughout made me laugh, made me chuckle. So yeah, I liked it. Let's break it down real quick though. So we start off with Elliot and Carla back on the not really being friends train. I thought that they were in good terms, but yes, not. I mean, they're not on bad terms. They've just kind of like on like a plain relationship where they're just kind of like, we're here for one another, as in we're just next to one another. They don't really interact. We have Kelso being a dick, creating some kind of competition. We meet the kissing ass thing. We meet this lady, who everybody's kissing her ass because a wing of the hospital is named after her. So Cox comes in and he's Dr. Cox. He's an ass and he's straightforward and does not hold back, which she likes. And yeah, the intro is different. I'm pretty sure the intro is different. I want to look back at that later. But yeah, there's a conversation here about, he's like, oh, I like you. I don't know if it's at this point or later, but about I can get you a higher position. I just gotta make a phone call, which comes back into play later. Let's see. So this is when Dr. Cox says, I'm proud of you, kid, or newbie, or whatever he calls them so many different names. About not caring about the competition and not wanting to kiss so-and-so's ass. Then we have Kelso being a dick, like he always is. And everybody's like, oh man, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the big day. And it's like, I guess he's saying, it's the one day a year where everybody kind of asks him for a gift. Essentially, it's Christmas for everybody. This part right here when he's like doing the thing. Dude, the bloopers for this shit. So let's see. So everybody's gonna go asking in line. Elliot really wants to become friends with Carla, like real friends. But Carla's like, we're fine. We don't have to be what you want us to be. Then we have the whole thing with the case. Guy with the broken penis, who I know from Mad TV. And Kelso comes in and he's all super nice. Did he smack that nurse on the ass? Yes, he did. Whatever. Then we have this thing. I'm arguing about wanting to be friends, and Elliot was like, well, I was friends with my maid because she was Hispanic. Then we find out the one lady's getting big boob. Oh, no, not yet. Getting a line thing. Turk messing up and forgetting about the thing he was supposed to ask for. Then we find out the old lady's getting big boobs. JD and Dr. Cox are really, bonding because of not trying to kiss ass. Let's see. This is the thing with the mop, which is nasty. He says he needs a new mop, which is why JD gets a mop later. Then we find out. This is the thing with the phone call, right? Yeah, the phone call thing. Okay, so that wasn't earlier. He doesn't want it. Self-consciousness thing then sparks the whole thing with Elliot and Carla. And we see Kelso, who straight up he headbutts the shit out of this nurse. Bam, dude, just destroyed her. All right, we ask some questions here. Homeboy doesn't want to do it. JD buys the janitor a mop and he cries. Then the whole trick. What would you change about me? I like how he looks at God and is like, you're testing me, man. You're testing me. Then we find out what the old lady has. Or not the old lady, the middle-aged lady. Old lady, I don't know. She has this rare disease thing, which JD looks at it as like, oh my God, my opportunity. And in this moment, I'm like, don't do it, JD. Your relationship with Dr. Cox is better. He does it. We find out Kelso's been lying about this day. He makes a bunch of fat jokes about his wife. Then he also speaks about if people didn't know about this one day a year, then they would all just ask for stuff throughout the year. So it's better to just ask on one day and not just give people what they want. And then we have the girls here talking about their looks. So I guess the one thing is like it's all about the girls' looks in this episode and the physical appearance of one another, of like their self-consciousness, which I like, but I can see some people not liking it because it puts them in that bubble for this episode which they're better than that. But you know, everybody has self-consciousness about themselves, so I actually, I mean, I like that they did it, but I can understand some people not liking that they put the two main girls in the episode to have that storyline. But they bond over things that they love about each other. And we have JD celebrating that he won. And then we have Kelso kind of saying, you know, Kelso Cox being Cox about calling him a dog and the pony show and all this stuff. But I like JD's comeback. And I don't care what you think. Here. Yeah. I hear him.
What you think?
He does.
Yeah, you do. I know. Look, I want to be like you, but a more successful you.
That hurt him. We see a little bit of it like in his eyes, but like you could tell that hurt him, and that's why he went later and just did the phone call, because JD looks up to him and he makes a joke about, hey, 10 years when I'm your boss, I'll put in a good word for you. I don't know. I like that moment. It was a really good moment. Let's see. That's pretty much it, essentially. He goes for the phone call. We have the mob scene, and that's the episode. Yeah, I really liked the episode. Hopefully you guys did as well. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Patreon for the full uncut and edited reaction episodes extra early over there if you want them. If you don't, that's cool. You can get episodes here whenever they show up. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to talk to you guys later.